Hello, good morning. It's 23rd September 2020. Why did I not make so many videos? Because coronavirus and cruise situation, it is becoming very complicated to do the business in cruising. Now we have this new Singapore easing of low risk countries. So I have to ask now, which are the low risk countries? Now, what was the low risk yesterday? Is it low risk today? Or what is it medium risk tomorrow? And is it today Thursday? No, it's Wednesday. So then how do I manage this? And sorry, this is the situation. It is changing very, very fast. And then we must get the PCRs done. Then if they are positive, negative, then search for a relief. So Filipinas can do the reliefs in Filipinas with the ship in Philippines, and then Singapore, any nationality but low risk. So then we have many other countries and owners that had policies I mentioned before. The policy of nationality, all this is broken ice, so it's melted in the water. It's really a big iceberg with your policy, my policy, and the policy. So this virus has done it policy-wise, yes. Well, what countries are moving and taking advantage and adapt to this coronavirus digital situation? Well, none. No one is training seafarers digital. No one is updating medical care. Yes, I repeat, medical care. Yes, I repeat, medical care. Yes, I repeat, medical care. Yes, this is the situation. So we are still finding out that, oh, the medical care, yes, well, it is in, they have an extension of 6 months and this is how it's going and blah, blah, blah. So please, governments, why don't you get your acts together? I mean, this is one virus. This is 3 million seafarers. Coronavirus, it is really informing you that seafarers are strategical. They need to have first the vaccine. They need to have first also saliva test, which is only €4. We must have this on board all the ships. International Maritime Organization, International Labour Organization, United Nations, please. I know United Nations, you made yesterday 75 years. Okay, yes, please declare seafarers of strategic essential for the world. Please, United Nations, do something positive, okay? We are tired of seeing summits and subtract, as I made another video. Subtract or sum it. Yes, we are tired of sum it. We need medical care for all the seafarers. We need the saliva test on board all the ships. We need also PCRs if this saliva test is not there. We need also special airlines to help the seafarers, not 20 kilo, 40 kilo. Yes, please. Double water, double food tray. And if there is a spare seat in the business or first class, please put the seafarer because she brings 90% of your woods for life, and your kids and your grandparents. Yes, if you've thought about it. Yes, please. Thank you very much for coronavirus and cruise situation. This is it, coronavirus and cruise situation. So in the past it was some high-risk countries, and then it is low-risk countries. So unfortunately, dear seafarer, the low-risk countries are the ones that can have it easier. This is very recent news of today. Singapore is going to ease these borders. I hope other countries to follow trend because, of course, risk is the factor, and it is very important. Risk assessment, risk evaluation, and the most important of all is risk prevention. And once we have avoided the coronavirus, then probably I can go and put more people in this video. But at the moment it's only me and the camera. So this is how it's going to be. And so you must avoid the risk. So how do we avoid the risk on board ships? Then, okay, I insist, clean your hands, never be closer than 2 meters to someone, and always wear a mask, and then always try to keep the windows open. And if there is sea, like we are always close to the sea, we have lower risk of contamination, because it seems that this uh, malicious virus, then with the balls, they are surrounded by humidity and they fall. And in countries that or areas that they do not have this humidity, it looks like, for example, in Madrid, it looks like, or in cities, then it looks like it does not fall and it is floating, therefore we can eat it or get infected with no problem. And this is why it's so hard to eliminate in some areas and so easy if we maintain the distance, because if we do get infected, we will only be infected, sorry, with a smaller amount of virus quantity. So if there is, like, let's say 1000 units, and then this is a very big infection. But if I wear the mask, I have the 2 meters, I open the windows, I am close to humidity, and this kind of open doors situation and very brief contact, say 5 minutes meeting. Captain, did you do this? Bosun, did you do this? Cook, what do we have for lunch today? These kind of interactions, and then we keep the distance. So the shorter it is the time we are together, then if it is less than 15 minutes, 5 minutes, even 2 minutes or something, then the least is going to be the number of virus. So if it is 100, let's say, if we go to intensive care unit in a hospital of coronavirus, then that's going to be a very high risk of infection, 100, let's say. Then if we stay there for 15 minutes, that's 100. So if we go down to a, let's say, 2 minutes, then we are cutting the percentage. And then if there is the windows open circulation and the distance and this, perhaps I get a 2% infection, so which is going to be much lower. And it's very responsible way to act. We must act like this and then clean the hands and all these procedures, because then we can also infect another with a lower even. So this is the way we are going to beat this malicious virus. It looks like immunity of the herd. It looks like it is going to go to 50% immunity of the population, and then 60. But with the 60, the percentage of infection, it will not be 100. It will be not 30 like with 50. It will be with 60, it will be 20. You see? So this is how I believe that some experts are saying we are going to beat this vicious virus, which is of success. The success is going to be the end of the virus, and but we have to keep these procedures, please, on board. Make sure that you do follow these procedures, clean this and the hands, and keep distance, and keep away people that are not in the group, and this kind of measures. I'm sorry, but this is how we have to work. Yes, it's very hard for all of us. Also, as a show, then we go from the office home office, and this is it. And now and then we go shopping, and we do the quarterly shopping. And yes, well, we don't go to gym. We don't. If I want to do a sports, I swim open waters if there is a nice day, or I don't. And that's it. So if you walk, you can walk, but with a mask on, it's not so nice. But we must fight this virus. We must beat the virus. And so I hope that you are very positive. I hope that you have liked all the videos, like, subscribe, all that. And please talk to the crew and say thank you, hello, here we are. Communication is very important in this crisis. The most important thing is to communicate. And in the prevention of risks also is communication. So I hope you like this video. I'm sorry how the situation is moving. I hope that the countries will evaluate low-risk nationalities. I know that seafarers have to pay the damage of the inutility of the governments. I'm sorry. I know that also in some places where it is dry, then, for example, in Madrid, then that the spread of the virus, because it keeps floating, that's what experts say, then it is harder to eliminate than other countries like here in the north in Bilbao, that the virus with humidity falls. And so this is what the experts say. But also we have to avoid crowded places and air conditioning and all this. And please, you follow this same example, because we have to beat this virus. And we know that we can call or do the groceries quarterly, and even this computer and everything, because you are doing a huge service to society. And also we thank you owners for continuing this fight and serve the world with 90% of foods. So I will post more news as soon as I find out what lists of countries are now the low risk countries. I hope the world governments have one battle against this virus, because it's only one enemy. So the problem is that we have one enemy and we are 120 countries. So you see, it's how many swords we need, how many tactical decisions we need to make, how many institutions and governments. That's a huge problem, because we don't even know how to act. But unfortunately, the seafarers of high risk will have to suffer, and the seafarers of low risk will take advantage. It's very, very simple. I heard that the Chinese, for example, now, oh, I only accept Chinese seafarers. Well, yes, this is a fact. Well, what can I do about it? Well, sadly, if you are a government, please think that we need to have this list of these low risk countries. Seafarers of your country are strategical. They bring huge amount of intrinsic compound value, huge amount of future cash flow and education, and very number one type people, workers worldwide. They never complain. They always get the job done, and they will help others, like in these videos, altruistic for free, to educate and to improve the countries they are in and the seas they are in. So I thank you very much, seafarers, for your work. And then let's get together and communicate. If you have any comments, whatever, it'll be a pleasure to read and to think and to post